So at pick 88, the Green Bay Packers select Marshawn Lloyd, the running back out of USC. And this guy is very dynamic and explosive. And I did not mock this guy going to the Packers one time during the NFL, draft process. I don't think this would be a guy the Packers would be targeting, but obviously they've seen something in Marshawn Lloyd. And I think he's a very dynamic and explosive running back. He reminds me a lot like Ray Rice. Both guys had very compact builds. I think Marshawn Lloyd is 5'8", 220 pounds. Just, a very compact build for the running back position. And this guy's a really good receiving back out the backfoot as well. He's a willing pass blocker. Maybe didn't have all the production in the world at the collegiate level, but really, wasn't given the chance to. But when he was, man, I mean, just super dynamic, super explosive with the ball in his hands. And he's going to be, the change of speed back, in Green Bay. And he's going to complement, this running back room very, very well. Now, Marshawn Lloyd is listed at 5'9", 210 pounds, and he's 23 years old, so he's a compact build for the running back position. And this is right here. Lloyd is a starting caliber athlete. If he can improve his vision to see space before it opens up, he can be an impact starter. Now, here are the pros and cons for Marshawn Lloyd. NFL level long speed and acceleration. Impressive all-around athleticism in terms of explosiveness and elusiveness. Now, here are the pros and cons for Marshawn Lloyd. NFL level long speed and acceleration. Impressive all-around athleticism in terms of explosiveness and elusiveness. Maintains the ability to make players miss in space after the catch as well. Adequate size and strength for pass protection. Has a good pass protecting baseline. And then here are the cons for Lloyd. Wants to bounce runs out to the sideline too much. Develop this more at USC. Does not see cutback lanes as fast / as often as he needs to for zone blocking schemes. Now, Lloyd this year had an 87.2 rushing grade, had a 67.8 zone grade, had a 73.0 gap grade, had a 177.0 elusive rating, had a 3.97 yards after contact. That's another thing about Marshawn Lloyd. He has fantastic contact balance, and he's someone that stays on his feet very, very well. This year, he played in 11 games, had 115 attempts, 816 yards, 7.1 yards per attempt, 9 touchdowns, 13 receptions on 18 targets, and 232 receiving yards. Now, Marshawn Lloyd also had 18 carries of 15-plus yards. That's very dynamic because this man was only given 115 attempts rushing the ball. So for him to have 18, carries of 15-plus yards is super, super explosive. He had 457 yards after contact and 47 missed tackles forced. Now, Marshawn Lloyd did get drafted 28% by Packers fans whenever they created mock drafts. And this was a guy I never mocked any of my mock drafts. He was personally a guy I never thought the Packers would target, especially because he didn't have all the production in the world. But obviously, they see how great of an athlete he is and the upside he has at the next level. And, I think this is a fantastic pick. He's going to be the change of speed back in Green Bay. Now, I want to read you guys this thing Daniel Jeremiah said right after we drafted Marshawn Lloyd. He said, in my opinion, the Green Bay Packers just got the best running back in the NFL draft. And, I definitely could see what he's talking about. This is someone that definitely didn't have the production at the college level. But, when you look at this guy in terms of an athlete at the running back position, he's definitely one of the best in this year's draft class. He's super, super explosive. And, he reminds me a lot like Ray Rice, the former running back for the Ravens. Both guys had that compact build. Both guys were very explosive. Both guys were very dynamic. But both guys were very powerful. And when they put that shoulder down, you felt them. Now, here's some plays of Marshawn Lloyd real quick. And let me know if you want me to make a full breakdown on Marshawn Lloyd. I could definitely do that. But right here, you could just see how explosive and dynamic this guy is with the ball in his hand. And I think it's pretty crazy that right after we drafted this guy, Daniel Jeremiah says that this is the best running back in this year's draft class. And then you even have Nick Saban, who had this guy as the second best running back in this year's draft class. So obviously, this guy was ranked really high by NFL scouts and just NFL people in general, and for good reason, man. This guy is just a really good athlete at the running back position. Yes, didn't have all the production at the collegiate level, but you're banking on his athleticism at the next level, and I think the Green Bay Packers are going to get that. He reminds me a lot like Ray Rice. Ray Rice had that compact build. He was very small, but very explosive, very dynamic with the ball in his hands. Could make guys miss, but not just that. Could put his shoulder down and be a very powerful, violent running back if he needs to. And Marshawn Lloyd has that ability, and he's going to be a fantastic, change of speed running back for the Green Bay Packers. You had a guy like, Marshawn Lloyd, who's very, very dynamic and explosive. Then you had a guy like Josh Jacobs, who's dynamic, explosive, and just all around a good running back. This could be one of the best running back tandems in the NFL, without a doubt. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm out.